Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tashkent. Now, I know many of you are going, Notser, why have you waited so long to play this beautiful ship? It has to be among the most powerful destroyers in the game. Let's just take off the destroyer. Most powerful ships ever conceived. It's Russian. I think this ship is proof that Russian bias is not universal, and in fact, it skips over a couple generations, because for a really long time, this was a piece of crap. It was one of the worst experiences in the game. Now, you might say, well, why would I be looking forward to it? Clearly, you weren't. Clearly, you were like, yeah, why are you showing a Tashkent game? No Tashkent game's ever good. Well, this one is good, my friend. It's going to be great. What is going to be great about it? Well, it's Tears of the Desert on Epicenter. For whatever reason, this game mode with the map create some very interesting games. Now, if you mean interesting by stressful and extremely close, because some players overextend and die, then you would be right, okay? So, what do we do in the Tashkent in that scenario? Well, I was moving back, and then I noticed something. I was detected even at my smallest. Now, granted, the Soviet destroyer line, the main Soviet destroyer line, really does lack in concealment, especially when you have to pick up steering mod 3 because the rudder's awful. But, and it's a big but, I still noticed that there was a ship fairly close, and oh my goodness, it is a destroyer. An unmarked destroyer. I was initially going, you know what, maybe it's the Fletcher. It was last known about a square away, but no, it wasn't the Fletcher. It is, what the heck? Why are there so many Japanese destroyers over here? Either way, give distance to them, focus on these guys. I'm just gonna stay as far away and do as much damage as I can. That's the best way to do the Soviet destroyer line. Clearly, with advanced firing training, it's a must play style. You have to stay back. Advanced firing training is the most important skill for the Soviet destroyers. And some people are like, well, what about Last Stand? Well, I agree, but advanced firing training really does change the game. And for some of you, you probably have a kind of, not a crappy commander, but an inexperienced commander. You know, he just got out of basic. He, for whatever reason, was given a ship just out of basic, and his ship captaining skills are so bad that you need to play 10 to 20 games just to get him to a playable state. You'll pick up priority target, and I do pick up priority target, obviously. You saw it in the intro. Last Stand, because it's a destroyer. We're not Russian, okay? Clearly Last Stand is the best destroyer skill. And then you can go like, what should I get? Survivability expert, basic firing training, demolition expert. It's really up to you. What do you do more? Are you never going to take damage? Well, then survivability expert might be a waste of 3 points, your first 3 points. Do you use AP more often than HE? Probably get basic firing training. Are you a fire starter? And I'm ready to get this Akatsuki as he moves forward, and clearly he was overextended. And did you see that dispersion? What the hell happened? It was all over the ship except for on target. Thankfully the Izmo took him out. Hopefully he doesn't take any torpedoes. But I felt like I shot directly at him. I think 2 shells went high, 2 shells went low. Enemy Yugamo is also in the area, so we're just going to punish it. He fires on me. That's pretty cute. He'll do damage. He'll do damage. But I have twice the rate of fire. At least. He's doing actually pretty good damage. Hey, stop it. You're not supposed to get this close to killing me. Now, I expected torpedoes. Did you see for a split second that his turrets were facing a little bit to his right? That would tell me he's leading with his torpedoes. And I'm just nose on. I'm just trying to kill him. And oh, yeah. Oh, those are friendly torpedoes, right? Yeah, friendly. I don't know why he paused so long. Either way, he's dead. He finally sends torpedoes. Really? Really? You're going to do this to me? Really? Oh, God. Not even close. I'm sure the guys responsible for the paint job are pretty mad because we just scraped a ton of paint off. That was so close. I was puckering. Real good, honest puckering. Trying to get past that. But we did. Thankfully. And engaged the enemy Fletcher. I would highly, highly discourage you from firing on a Soviet destroyer at 10 kilometers in a U.S. destroyer. No. They will smoke you. Absolutely crush you. Crush your hopes, crush your dreams. You will look silly. They're going to rewrite history so you never existed. Your children's children will be classified as a Soviet. I mean, it's not good. It's not a winning scenario when you're the U.S. destroyer going up against a Soviet destroyer. And, you know, it's 10 kilometers, 9 kilometers. It's way easier for him to hit you. So they disappear. Clearly, they run away. Like the cowards they are. The good coward. And I'm going to try and chase them. Now, I don't want to overextend too much because I don't have smoke. But, as you can see, there's not a lot of enemies close by. So we clearly know the enemy destroyer, the Fletcher, is within 9.1 kilometers of my ship, and he is not inside the smoke cloud. So I'm willing to risk being seen, considering all the enemy is just so far away. It's going to be very difficult for them to hit me. And where is the enemy? Yeah, I'm going to fire at your friend, Fletcher. You didn't come out. I'm hoping by shooting at the Missouri that the Fletcher's like, okay, I get it. And he's trying to close into 6 kilometer range. I'm going to go ham on him when he's spotted. That's the plan. We just have to wait for the plan to actually work out. I mean, it's the Fletcher, right? He should feel confident. He's only been the best tier 9 destroyer in the game for a long time. I mean, I'm just a lowly trash can. I can't do anything. I am helpless. Oh, there he is. Trying to sneak over to the Izmo, the bow on Izmo, and he was spotted by aircraft. He clearly was trying to manipulate it in his favor, but the aircraft ruined all that. So I'm going to move over to him. Friendly Izmos, trying to work on him a little bit. Expect maybe one more set of torpedoes. We do see that there was a torpedo set. I think it was sent towards the Bismarck. The Bismarck is, of course, right next to me, and I can't give it smoke. Gee, wouldn't it be nice if I had an ability or a potential ability to completely block line of sight of a friendly battleship right next to me? Shh. It's working. Clearly, it would be rude of me to put him in smoke. I mean, that's the real truth. Obviously, smoke would have been perfect for that. He's about 10,000. Smoke him up. Sit out of the smoke. Spot for him. Allow him to fire. I didn't know it was going to come. I didn't know there would be a potential use for it. I really want to kill this Fletcher, by the way. I'm trying to, like, talk about the game and how wonderful it is. You know, screw the Fletcher. Just kill him. And he's trying to line of sight me with the island. And I'm like, no! Stop it! Make sure that the island isn't on the screen. Oh, please kill this guy. He's desperately trying to hide, but he's right underneath the aircraft. Just, come on. Just hit him. Hit him. Oh, come on. Hit him. And I'm so overextended. Finally! Oh, how close are they? Holy crap, they're right there. What? He almost killed me, Missouri. We have to kill the Missouri right now, guys. Shoot the superstructure. Ooh, fire. Bismarck. Oh, he's dead. Would have been nice if he was smoked out, huh? Izmo. Thank you, Izmo. At least we're alive. Do you know what, Notser, what would be useful right now? It's kind of long, smooth shaft. Moves through the water rapidly. Some of the crew like to polish a couple of them. And clearly I was reading stream chat, and the stream chat was like, why aren't you using your torpedoes? I don't want to risk the Izmo at this point. He's going to go right across the bow of the Izmo, so I figured he's probably dead. It doesn't matter now. So I send it at the hood, hoping that the hood doesn't catch on to the fact that, oh, you know, there might be fishies in the water. Oh my god, he's turning right into it. I can't believe he's doing this. Oh my god. This is the worst thing possible for him. Keep doing it. Oh my god, he's gonna take like 5. Really? North Carolina? Friendly citadeled him. I did 32,000 damage to him. And the friendly did another 20,000. And I would have killed him if it weren't for your meddling kids arming those guns. Don't you hate it? The enemy blunders. So, oh, well, speaking of blunders, you know, I'm a regional expert of the Notser. Maybe even international expert. And that enemy destroyer has just pulled a Notser. Oh my god. Tirpitz, lay off. I just want to kill your friend who's made a critical mistake, and I just blind fire into the location, last known position. Hopefully he's there. We need to kill him. Oh, yes. Didn't actually hit him with our shells. He burned down. Thankfully. So it's 3 versus 3, and the Tirpitz is like, kill the 410 or 419. Sorry, I'm very far away from my screen. 419. Tashkent, I would shoot myself if I was on the enemy team. That would be kind of painful, but I think it was warranted. Enemy is going right in front of the North Carolina, so I expect him to charge the North Carolina, use his secondaries, and use his torpedoes. Clearly, I cannot risk being seen too long. I'm going to have to sit behind an island to fire my gun, or just not fire my gun. I am going to fire my gun. I'm not going to leave it up to chance. Let's face it, without some daring escapades by myself and the North Carolina, it would probably be a complete blowout. So we're going to park ourselves right in front, knowing full well that the North Carolina and the Dragon are on the other side of the map. It doesn't really matter that we fired early. We will be undetected when we are behind the island. So, HE to light him up. Once he's broadside, go AP. And I'm going for the superstructure. That's where I want the AP. I want it to hit the ship, not bounce, and we need to get back into cover because we know what he wants to do. If he can't have the North Carolina, he just has to get lucky to take me out. So I'm going to drive back into it. I should probably switch to HE, considering his angle. And yeah, we finally do that. Friendly Fletcher is going against an enemy North Carolina. I have no idea what's going on that flank. I'm just trying to worry about this flank. I want this Tirpitz dead. Thankfully, the North Carolina is pretty healthy. And the Tirpitz is probably like, no! Stop it! Let go of me. It's not going to happen, my friend. You can't get out of my range. You have 5... Yes! You have 5 kilometers to go. So, we brought a 5-3 down to a 3-2 in probably 5 or 10 minutes. Got very fortunate with a torpedo strike. Very fortunate with the fire on the enemy destroyer that he couldn't put out. And that allowed me to hide behind an island so I could assist the North Carolina. And speaking of fortunate favors that go towards the team, the Bandit has hit a full torpedo, taken out the enemy North Carolina, and it's down to 1. Boy, how has the game turned? I'm sure many of the enemy players were like, we've got this in the bag. We don't have to do anything. I'm going to go to my next game. And they just didn't expect the mighty Tashkent, the legendary Tashkent, to absolutely carry the crap out of the team. No, obviously. The teammates did a good job. And we played to our strength. That's really the most important thing of any ship. And the Dragon, I knew he was low. I had seen him. Honestly, I don't know why I switched to AP, because HE's fine. Either way, we take out the enemy Dragon, and that is a great game in the Tashkent. Felt very helpful for my team. Confederate Dreadnought, 4 kills, 109,000 damage, and plus we got a task done. Yes, I'm still working on tasks. As far as the base XP, 1,812, could have been higher, but let's face it, having a win in a scenario like that is the accomplishment in itself. For my damage, mostly HE with the fire, but, 33,000 in torpedoes, probably 50,000 if it wasn't for the North Carolina, but you know what, I'm not bitter. Not at all. Not at all. I would have been so much cooler. Either way, I hope the Tashkent game was fun for you. It was fun for me. I will be streaming later today on Sunday. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.